Animal, dude, how are you?
It is great to talk to you. I'm the elder person at the radio station, and all of the kids here are like, "Dude, we've got to play Bill Murray. We've got to play Bill Murray." So they have brought me along on this.
Well, I'm honored, dude, and shout out to all of them. That's fucking awesome.
I love the fact that again, I've been in radio for a long time, but it's great when I hear kids, and they're in their 20s, and they are just so pumped for an artist, and you've done a great job of reaching out to that demo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of shocked. When I go out to a show or when we play a show, I'm used to like everyone kind of looking like me. And as time has gone on, it has like really changed. And I'm really pumped about that. Like at a Bill Murray show, it's like everyone in between. Like, there's gym bros. There's been like a lot more like kids in the front row of the show. It's been so funny, dude. I'm always like kind of worried though, because they're like it's my first show, and then I see this like 200-pound gym bro just getting crowd surfed. I'm like saying a little prayer to protect. I'm like, dude, that kid is like in the fucking crash zone for this guy. So like but it's been cool to see like the crowd get younger and everything, and like to see a show be such a wild range of people has been awesome.
It's dude, it energizes your soul, man. It just charges you from the inside. You can't relay that to people when that feeling comes. So, and I got to pull rank on them then, because I'm like, wait a minute. So I started doing some research on this. Like, dude, I saw Attack at a Warp Tour like years ago, like 15, 16 years ago.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. The lore goes deep, man. I've been in the damn game for a while, bro. We're getting on like 20 years at this point. So yeah, dude, I was just I've been born on this earth to rock, I guess, and here we are, dude, rocking.
It's a good feeling, and with the way that the first track More Than Hate has gone for us, we're smashing that record. So I know that you have a show that's close to us. It's in Omaha next month,
Oh yeah.
but we're hoping that maybe on the next go round we get a little something closer.
Listen, I love the Midwest. And oftentimes, like the Midwest, especially that like Western Midwest, like the actual Midwest, gets skipped over. And I was like, really made it a point to try and hit a lot of those areas, because I love that area. I like Iowa, Nebraska, like that whole spot, and the people over there are the best. And so, obviously you got the Corn Huskers and everything, and we're all family. When I get around other Midwesterners, I'm like, oh yeah, we're built from the same blood, man. It's crazy.
So yeah, because the funny thing is if you're from New York, that anything that's not New York or Los Angeles, that's the Midwest. They just count everything in the middle as Midwest.
They would call Pennsylvania Midwest, but they're wrong. Um, they don't know us, dude. So yeah, I'm like I tried to make it a concerted effort to get out to Nebraska this year, and I was like I want to play here. I know like even from the attack days, there's a lot of people out here that are fans of you know maybe my music, and there's a lot more that are fans of Bill Murray, and I love playing, the Midwest, man. It feels like home.
The Warp Tour I saw was down at Kansas City, down at Bonner Springs, which
Oh yeah.
again, doing the Warp Tours for bands like Attack, that was the way to like throw that seed out there, and like here we are,
That's
and you could
right.
see 20 bands, 30 bands in a day.
Yeah, it was quite an absurd thing. And also too, like just thinking about the schedule, I'm like, I would literally you couldn't pay me to do that schedule now. It would be like we play like 14 shows straight. We have one day off and then 14. And the tour was like 90 days long. I'm like, what I don't know. I was confused by it when I was an 18-year-old lad, and I'm still kind of like, how did they convince all these bands to like go on that level of a pace? It's kind of insane. Y'all were getting like an insane bang for your buck though. Holy shit. What would tickets were like 30, $40, and you would see like 50 bands in one day. Like yeah, it's what I like to call a slam and deal.
And the show would be over by 9 p.m. so kids could be picked up and taken home.
That's right. School doesn't matter, dude. Just take the day off.
And it was summertime too, so it made it nice because it was like I'm going to Warp Tour, get dropped off at 11 in the morning, picked up at 9 o'clock at night, and I would take my kids down to that. So we went several years in a row to the Warp Tour because I knew they were there somewhere on the grounds. We'd have our I think at that time we all had flip phones, you know.
Yeah, it is like I didn't really like when I was doing it, I didn't really realize like the cultural impact that it had. And obviously seeing like the Warped Tour come back and do so well now is I was like, damn, yeah, it was like probably the highlight of a lot of people's summers was, when that came through and like I'm sure so many people made awesome memories on that tour.
Let's talk about Bilmuri. So
Sure.
again, I'm going to ask a couple of questions you've probably already been asked today.
Man.
The actor Bilmuri, I'm sure, has reached out at some point to you.
Yeah, we're gonna fight to the death. And I want him to shoot a music video with me. That's really like the main thing. And I'm not even with me. Like I just want him to mouth the words to a song, and I've been a fan of his for a long time. So, that's always been a dream. So
So the new
I'm looking
album. Tell me
out.
what you think is next after More Than Hate.
I think like well, we've been working on it a ton. I obviously the day that American Motorsports, my last record came out, I was working on this next one. So we've just been I try to write as much music as possible, and once we get into the phase of actually recording it, we pick the 12, 15 best songs and just go from there. So we're still I think we're like just ending the song acquisition phase and we're going into like building out and arranging the songs and all that stuff. So we're on our way, dude.
That's great. And obviously, I've talked about this on the air several times, from John Fogerty to Taylor Swift. Owning your own music is so important.
Yes. Yeah, it's been awesome. I genuinely think it's never been a better time to be, and this may be a hot take, but like as far as like being a musician and being in the music industry, I would say like the deals that record labels are cutting now are the best they've ever been. And it's yeah, I genuinely think like the music industry as a whole, like obviously there's always going to be problems because there's people, but as a whole, man, it genuinely is like one of the better times and better eras to get into it, I would say.
Well, we're excited whatever you bring out us next, man. Because and in fact, the little promo video, the hunting video, dude, the whole Bigfoot thing, that is epic. And I couldn't get Nate Nation and Lex to stop talking about it. And Ethan Rohde, our weekend guy.
I am actually shocked at how, I mean, that video did so well. And like the little promo thing, we spent so much time on. And then the actual music video, we spent like no time on. I got the first edit and I was like, I was super busy when I got it. And I was like, yeah, it looks good to me. We just like threw it up on YouTube and it's like absolutely murdering on YouTube. I think it's at like 600,000 views in like a couple months, which is like by far our best video. So, you know, it's the time honored Bill Murray tradition where the less time and energy I spend on something music video wise, the better it is.
Talking with Johnny Frank, aka Bill Murray, again playing at the Admiral in Omaha in mid-October. And I'm not sure if there's any tickets left. I know there was a low ticket warning, but dude, thanks for taking some time and chatting with me today.
Appreciate you a ton, man. Thank you so much for spinning the record. It's fucking awesome. Genuinely enjoy.
And thanks for the IDs too. Thanks for cutting IDs for us a couple weeks ago.
Anytime, man.